I'm Adam Marino.
And I'm Mike Marino. That's right, we're related.
We are two cousins talking music and how it relates to us.
And why it should relate to you.
This is How It's Related. This is new threads, new everything.
Yes.
So we will see how this goes in a real podcast studio.
Real.
Not a fake one. So welcome to another episode of How It's Related.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, you were.
You're already with me.
Oh.
Weird. So, topic for today, we were texting earlier, and here's what happened. First, I'm telling you a story that has nothing to do with this.
I love that.
So, trip to the Cracker Barrel with the parentals. This is how it went, and you know that there will be no fibs. Because when I tell you what happened, you'll be like, that is the absolute normal. And it's crazy, and I don't want to do it anymore. So my parents call me and say, hey, here's the kicker first. It starts off with a zinger. Hey, we got gift cards.
Well, yeah.
That's how they eat food.
Most conversations start with our respective parents.
So
I have gift card. We go chili.
yeah. Rest in peace, Chili's. So Cracker Barrel, that's where they chose. So I'm like, okay, we're getting ready to go. And then they say, we'll leave soon. So that means I waited 25 minutes before I left.
Yeah.
And they beat me by 18 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then I pull up and my dad is just grabbing the door. And I said, oh, hey, where's mom? And he said, I don't know. And then I said, well, is she inside? And he said, yes. So already we're off to a really good start. I asked him where she was. Then he lies.
He lied.
That's the good,
he lied.
That's the good start. So then I'm like, okay, then I literally see that the hostess has just taken her 1.7 seconds ago. So I see her and I'm saying, hey, mom. Hey, mom. And I don't want to go too much louder because I'm in the middle of crack. So I don't do that. And meanwhile, I'm motioning to my dad, hey, come on. Our table's this way. I see what's happening. Here we go. He looks past me, even though I'm right here, his only son, and he's looking at the floor and looking at the 97 things you can look at Cracker Barrel in the store area, right?
Yeah, he's looking at a mug or a shirt or an old piece of wood, a saw on the wall. Yeah.
Correct. So I'm like, hey, again, I'm not going too much louder than this at this point.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. So trying to navigate both parents who are 18 feet away from each other. Then my mom is calling him.
Sure.
Because she doesn't know that they're only 18 feet away. She thinks maybe he's still parking the car because it takes 18 minutes.
Your dad does like to walk around places?
And just
I'll be across the street.
Yeah. Hey, we're going over here. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to 125 Main Street. Okay, I'll be at 123 Main Street. Let me know how it is.
Making friends.
So, all right. So she's calling. I'm trying to get her attention. Then the look of surprise when I just am right next to her. Oh, you're here. Yeah, you invited me. Like, yeah. And then she's like, okay, where's he at? I'm like, I'm trying to get him. And he's still like wandering around. I'm like, hello, we have our table. Oh, wow, that's great. Just completely oblivious. That was the first 18 seconds at Cracker Barrel. And you know for a fact I did not.
Was this today?
No, it was a couple days ago.
Okay.
But you know for a fact that I did not make up or embellish.
No, I can see this all happening.
And I'm like, I'm in an episode of Seinfeld. I'm Jerry with his parents. Like, we go for the early bird, 4:30. You know, and Jack Clumpus. Oh,
Look
eating
who's
after.
eating
Yeah,
after 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
My son bought me a Cadillac. So that was just that's. I have to start there. Has nothing to do with anything.
It's cool.
So then we were talking about the show, and I was like scrolling through Instagram in these alien videos, the guys that have really good costumes of alien faces and they make fun of humans. And it's all, I feel like it's a stand up comedian who really deep down is doing it because it's a good bit. Every time they're talking about like taxes or paying more tax when you go to a restaurant when you already paid income tax, or like, they're like, humans are so dumb. All they do is pay tax on tax where they already paid tax. I know it's so weird. And the guy, it's like back and forth. It's like a podcast. It's pretty good.
Yep.
But the
Haven't seen it,
concept
but yeah.
the concept is that okay, if real aliens came and they're like music, blah blah blah, what is this? I don't know why they have that accent.
Yeah. Buh.
They're from Russia. No, like okay,
King of the castle.
yeah, everything is always Russian with us. Like,
Well, so yeah, if they're just like, I need some tune skis, my dude.
that's how they'd be. Yeah.
That's more, I think, accurate.
So we thought it'd be kind of fun. Okay, let's go through and give a few songs that like, okay, we're showing this. This is the world's music. So I'll let you go
Quick burner.
first. Just the first song.
Right off the bat, we don't have to talk about it. It's just a very universal, maybe worldwide known. Every human knows the song Happy Birthday. So we're going to play Happy Birthday for
You
the aliens.
can't be
I am
serious.
very serious. Here we go. Happy
Dude,
Birthday
I
on
was
3.
Disappointed.
The burner. I've got others.
Yeah, but that's
Look how
not-
mad you are.
Yeah, we're kind of off to a bad start.
Yeah,
I
look-
was like, what? That's not.
You know how much joy it brings me to upset you like this?
Like I was all excited. Like okay, and explaining to an alien that we celebrate, like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if they were born 13 years ago.
Yeah,
but
they'll make
every
a-
365 days,
They'll make
We
another humans are
celebrate,
dumb video.
and they'll be like, well, why? Why 300?
Yeah.
Why does it matter? Why not 370 days? Why not? Why is it 365? Well, we made a mistake, and that's why we have to have a February 29th every so often. And
Just
why
to
did you
even the
make the
keel.
mistake? Well, see what happened was, I mean, it's a good premise. I get it, but no, false. So next,
Yeah, okay, so now that Happy Birthday is out of the way, which I think, I mean, come on. It's a classic. Technically, we can't show them that without paying royalties. so-
we already went through this in one of our episodes.
Yeah.
When it was
yeah, Marge and Selma, or Patty and Selma Bouvier wrote that song in 1874.
in May when it was both of our birthdays. Haha, inside joke.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right. So what do you got?
Okay, I kind of like a little sprinkle in a little of all over the place. So I'll start with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
They have to
so-
hear they got to hear that one at least once.
So Bohemian Rhapsody is. Here's the thing about. It's so many songs in one.
2 songs in there. Yeah.
Well, I think it's more than
From
one.
reality, open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy. I need no
Let's talk through
sympathy.
Queen. What is Queen in general for you? Like a game changer? Are you
Yeah.
like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like with Wayne's World, I discovered Queen because of Wayne's World, as most people my age did.
Which is goofy.
But I mean, that's
It's
how.
not fair to them.
Sure, but that's they
Like,
they had a
the-
huge resurgence after that.
Yeah, but the ghost of Freddy is upset.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, it's a means. It's like people getting famous on TikToks now. TikToks. That's how. Okay, it's in a movie. Oh wow, I didn't know this existed. Cool, great.
Yeah. And
Um,
we've talked about that on a previous episode too. TikTok
Yeah.
made me do it.
but I went hard and just okay. Queen's greatest hits. I think it was volume 2. And then the other one. Would that be volume 1? I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved it. I used to just do air guitar concerts with my hockey stick to that whole thing, front to back. It was a great time. So yeah, Queen was a big one, and that was already I was already into the Metallicas, and
There are places I remember
My
all my life, though some have
definitely a
changed,
double
some
meaning.
forever,
I would want to
not
show the
for
aliens
better,
that
some
there's meaning
gone,
in
some
lyrics, and
remain.
when
All
I
these
die,
places
I
have
feel like
their
this song
moments.
with a video
Good
board
lovers and
of
friends, I still can
me making my way
recall.
in some of these
Some are
pictures
dead
when
and
I
some
die.
are living.
I just feel like this is
My
to
life,
show a
I've
whole
loved
other
them
view,
all.
because you got to show them the Beatles in general, but then
But
show
of
them
all these
because
friends and
there's
lovers,
obviously a ton in the Beatles catalog that you're like, oh, how'd you pick that one? But again, the one to show like life, to show like in my life was just one of those
yeah.
songs for me. So like if I had to pick one for the Martians, that's what I would go with.
Now the Martians will be like, I'm more of a Stones guy, you know.
I'm more of a Stones Martian.
Yeah,
And yeah, you couldn't go wrong necessarily with, you can start me up or something like that, or
yeah.
um war, or it's just a shot away. What's the name of that?
Give me shelter.
Give me, yeah. I remember it's not either war
Yeah,
or, yeah,
it's
it's
not
neither of
Teenage
those.
Wasteland.
It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Did that make
yep.
your list?
No,
Okay. You said it like, no, it would never. And you're like, no, that's, I'm like,
no. I just,
decent.
you know, I had to kind of.
No, that's
You got to
fair.
go light. I'm not going to give my stupid hipster like you need to listen to this band. No one's heard it. Like, come on.
Right, right, right,
So
right.
like my next one would be Never Can Tell by Chuck Berry. That's my favorite Chuck Berry song. And that, I mean, if you had to explain like, okay, he was a big part of the rock and roll thing, but he is very, very.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished him well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young monsieur
But
and
I
madame
don't-
have rung the chapel bell.
I don't disagree.
C'est la vie, c'est the old
Classic
folks.
man.
Goes to show you never can
Okay.
tell.
There's some video, a live video. This made me think of that. John Lennon playing, I forget what song, with Chuck Berry on stage, and Yoko is there, and Yoko starts going, yeah, and
Oh,
you
God.
see Chuck Berry go,
Please don't do that.
like looking at John, like
get her.
shut her
Yeah,
up,
get her.
but he just powers through.
Someone get her.
I think Bill Burr did a whole rant about that, and it was brilliant. I can't do it better, so we won't talk about it now.
Eddie Blast. 700 little records, all rock, rhythm, and jazz.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic. All right, so then I would kind of take it here just to show what it did for the world, kind of changed, kind of. This, to be honest, is not my favorite Nirvana song.
No,
It's-
not
it's-
even close.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in my top 5. You could argue that it would be.
The song is like an as I see it, like an introduction into a new sound and genre that, okay, now dive deep and you'll find the good stuff. Because, yeah, that song is a skipper for me every time.
Well, okay, I will admit it's not a skipper for me, but
Yeah, I won't listen to it. Next. It's just, I mean, come on.
but yeah, I mean, In Bloom, Come As You Are, Lithium. Do you remember we watched and I wanted to just for that scene. It wasn't the greatest movie. You took some time not long ago to try, and you kind of just got bored with the Marvel movies.
It's too many. It's too many.
Yeah, it's I get it.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, some of the storylines are worth like watching, but like out of the 30 movies, I would say maybe 14 are what you should watch. But when you watch in order, there's so many that you don't need to, and you kind of get bored with it. I get it. But there was one in Captain Marvel that takes place in the 90s, And I remember, do you remember the scene I'm talking about?
Yeah,
That
and
I
actually,
built up for you. And when you build it up, it's not as cool, but there's just something about the way the song like started. And it was a scene where it was almost like a dream sequence in the middle of the movie where she's realizing that of like who she is. And she's like realizing that she has these powers and the bad people and all this. And like the way that, um, that the song comes in is like just so 90s and so powerful that it's like, yeah, Nirvana
yeah,
needs to be in there.
yep.
All right, what else you got?
Okay, so I started getting a little weird. If you're gonna encapsulate the very popular and beloved '80s new wave sound, I'm going Erasure, A Little Respect. Love that
Okay.
song.
Um,
Does this best encapsulate it? I don't know. It's just, I mean, this is one of my favorite of that era. Um, just a good song.
I try to discover
it's obscure.
a little something to make me
It's not obscure,
sweeter.
no?
Oh, baby,
It's not a really
refrain
big song.
from breaking my heart.
It's just
I'm so in love with you.
good.
I'll be
It's
forever
bad.
blue.
No, I don't have a problem with any
That's
of your
give me no
songs.
reason why you make me work so hard. That's give me no, that's give me no, that's give me no, that's
But
give me no.
Yep.
that's very interesting. I love your thought process. It's wrong, but I do love it.
No, what's
That's
wrong
not
is
bad.
you,
That's-
and it's fine.
That is not bad.
Uh,
Um,
I was talking to someone today at work, and oh God, what did he say? And it's on par with me saying that in the middle of the night is the best Billy
oh
Joel
God,
song.
no.
Yeah. So he said, oh, I'm gonna blank on it. He said, immediately. He said that someone's best song was he said "We Didn't Start the Fire" was Billy Joel's best song.
It's definitely not.
But didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl.
I'll think of it at 3
dig
o'clock
out.
in the morning.
Hooked it up for later as I hit the dope. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop.
truly love Ice Cube. I don't care if he's sold out. I don't care if he's played out.
Sure.
I love Ice Cube.
But speaking of the sellout and the polished, shiny hip hop of the '90s, the studio gangster thing, Wu-Tang Clan was the punk rock of hip hop in '94.
That's a good. I love that.
Yeah, they
That's-
were
I
on
like that
a
out of you.
whole other thing. Bring the Ruckus, the first track on 36 Chambers. I would tell them to shut up and listen.
I
Is it a powerful song that means a lot? No. But like,
so
I mean, that one, they were just against the grain. They were
And the
not like
Wu-Tang
what
sword style.
anything else that was out.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can be...
it's so different. It's so
It was so just
dude, you're
raw.
like,
it's
what is
dirty. The
like, what
sampling,
is
everything.
this?
is
Bring the
just
motherfucking ruckus!
grainy.
yeah.
Bring the
They were
motherfucking ruckus!
kind of-
Bring the motherfucking ruckus!
Go space, catch the blast of a hype burst. My clock burst, leaving a hearse. I did worse. I come rough, jump like an elephant tusk. Your head rush, fly like Egyptian musk. Oh shit, Wu-Tang Clan sparked the Wixen. However, I mastered a trick just like Nixon, causing terror, quick damage to whole era. Hard
Gotta
rocks.
say thank you for that one. That's. I knew you would come
And I'm
through.
out. And I'm out.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the show.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I will admit that is pretty good. So what we would love for you to do is comment where we went wrong, and then
Yeah, comment where Adam went wrong.
you definitely cannot just be a complainer. You have to add what
Yeah,
yours.
you're gonna yes and
Yeah.
Those are the first. That's the first rule of improv. Yes, and
Yeah. So explain what choices you have. This is where it could be fun because there could be some pretty good answers. There could be some pretty poor ones. And based on the
Yeah,
people that we know watch this, there may be some.
and don't do that pseudo clever like songs about aliens. Come on, be better.
Outcast.
You can't.
311.
It's too
is
easy.
the
Well, I
logo.
mean that's yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Investigate 311.
Be sure to be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That does us a favor because then when the new episodes come out, you're like ding, and it's right on your phone. It's the bestest.
Ding.
And remember, we see you next week.
I'm indifferent.
Okay, so if you happen to like this episode, please tell a friend.
And if you didn't like this episode, please tell nobody.
Be sure to like and subscribe on Apple and Spotify and, of course, YouTube.
Follow us on social media as the links are in the show notes.
Remember to check out our next episode where we will tell you how it's related.